Hello everyone, my name is Betty Dubois and welcome to Butterfly Whispers Pick a Card reading. If you like the reading, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the future videos. I hope that you enjoy today's reading. Hello and welcome. So this is another episode of Pick a Card, yes or no. I'm smiling if you're wondering what I'm doing here. I'm smiling as I'm saying this, being a little bit funny with my reading today. Feeling in a pretty good mood, guys. So I hope wherever you are and whatever you're doing, that you're doing well and you're feeling as happy as I'm feeling right now. So yeah, same as usual, guys. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can focus on one question and pick one pile, or you can have 6 separate questions, or you might say, okay, I'm going to ask this one specific question. I'm going to pick cards number 1, 5, and 6. And if we get 2 yeses and 1 no, well, it's more of a yes. If we get 3 straight out yeses or 3 no's. So everybody does it differently. I myself personally, I like to choose 6 separate questions. And so what we'll do is we'll get a yes and no. We'll get some more of these cards on here to get the full answer. Then I'll give you the yes and no, but we'll do a reading as well. So it's a mini reading and a yes and no. So let's see how we go, guys. Let's get started. We'll just move everything to one side. So this is pile number 6, pile number 5. What I might do is pile them up. Pile number 4, pile number 3, pile number 2. Okay, so if you chose pile number 1, this is your story. This is your answer, yes or no. So let's see what the energies are. I'm not going to read it upside down unless I really feel I need to, like the moon. If the moon comes out and it's upside down, I will read it as upside down. All right, so what have we got here? Okay, I'm really feeling an energy of yes before we even look at the poker deck. The poker deck will just add some flavour to the reading. So let's have a look at this reading. What have we got here in front of us? So if you like reading your own tarot cards, we have the Star, the 5 of Wands, and the 4 of Wands. Down here with this, I can't remember what these cards are called, but they're basically like they've got archangels and they've got other messages on them. So we've got the 4th chakra. So if you don't know your chakras, it's the green chakra, it's the heart chakra. So it can be about love and affection. It also could be just to do with your own healing as well, because it's a green coloured chakra. So this could be about your health and well-being, this card here. Then we have the 1st chakra, the Archangel Michael. So the Archangel Michael, he's like the protector and everything, but the chakra itself is about grounding and stability. Very positive energies, these 2 cards. It does look like whoever you are watching this, you do have people watching over you. You do have spirit energies, people that you've loved and lost, depending on what you believe in. So this could be your guides watching over you. This could be God himself watching over you. This could be ancestors. It could be, like I said, somebody you lost that you loved. Now, the story I'm seeing around pile number 1 with your yes answer, the reading I'm seeing here today is you've had a lot of wishes and things that you want. If you look at the picture on the Star card, here she is down here and she's reaching up, and it's just, you can't reach there, you can't get there. But it's telling you, keep going, keep striving for what it is you want, don't give up. Now, for some of you, might be dealing with an Aquarius energy, and there may be some sort of argument about a marriage or a commitment of some kind. So I do feel pile number 1, this is something to do with a commitment, because we do have a marriage card or a commitment card here. There's a battle here in the middle. Now, this could be a battle you're going on with your own self. You could be like, oh, why is nothing happening for me? And then you're pissed off at yourself, but then the balance comes back. It could be that you're having a disagreement with somebody that's an Aquarius, or you could be an Aquarius. You're stepping forward, you're deciding to have words with somebody, and then balance and harmony comes back. So they're nice cards. This card can be a worry when I see it there. It can be arguments, fights, tension, But what I normally say when I see the Five of Wands, the first time I picked up tarots, before anybody told me what things meant on the tarots or I watched any videos, I always felt that the Five of Wands was where you are told to stand your ground and don't back down. Whereas the Five of Swords energy, I feel like that's listen to what the person's got to say, have your say and walk away. This is more the opposite. This is like somebody needs to know. You need to have that conversation, even if it's a fight or a battle. You need to get these words out of there. The star energy here, I feel like something that you wished for, it doesn't sort of, it's not relevant anymore. So you could have been wishing for a particular person to come into your life. They were single at the time and you thought, I want this person, I want them in my life. And you've now found out that they're unobtainable, that they've moved on, they've got somebody else or whatever. This would then be an internal struggle for yourself, but you're being told that don't worry, there is the right person is going to come along, things are going to balance out again. So that's what I'm feeling there. We've done these. Now let's do 5 of these to finish off this reading for yes or no. So we're going to give a yes there, unless these are all black. If these poker decks are all black, well, I'm going to switch that around to a no. But at the moment, I'm feeling like that's a yes. So let's just move them. Pile number 1, more information, please. Pile number 1, more information, please. I have to find my Lenormand deck. I was using it the other day and I have no idea what I've done with it. I do think I was going to take it out and use it to make little short videos. And that's where I think it is. I've just reminded myself. I'll have to go on a hunt. All right, so good luck, pile number 1. This is the rest of your reading. Wow. This is beautiful energy, pile number 1. And again, it's a yes. This is yes, yes, yes. Do you notice something? You got the 5 of Swords energy, which is the fighting or tension or arguments and disagreements. You got the 5 of Spades. And I mentioned earlier that 5 of Swords is where stand your ground and have your say. 5 of Spades is more like, that's it, time to go. I do feel there is some sort of tension and arguments around a relationship. We got 10 of Hearts, we got commitment cards here. Some of you might be wanting to get married, and this is the 2 women planning everything. They're getting together, they're planning what's going to happen. It does look lovely. The energy does look lovely. You've got the protectors there. You've got 2 archangels here, your heart and your balance. So I do feel like there's some solid ground there, but if there's something you need to talk about, pile number 1, if there's somebody you have to have that conversation, have the conversation, because it does look all very balanced once that comes out. One more thing. This can be somebody that's being silent, somebody that's not sort of really having their say as well, somebody that needs to speak up. So it might not be you that needs to speak up. You might need to get somebody else to speak up. Last thing to say about pile number 1, you have a spirit energy around you, something to do with May or 5 or 10. I'd say that this female, I don't know if she's young or old. I'm very cold, that's why I'm rubbing my hands. I'd say that she probably died either because she fell over or something, or she was in some sort of accident with the 5 energy being black. So you do have a spirit energy around you and they're wanting everything to be beautiful. That kind of changes the whole reading, because this could be all your wishes and dreams and you want to get married and this is a celebration that maybe you've lost your mum or your grandmother, or there's somebody that you feel is not going to be there because they're not here anymore. They're letting you know that even though they might not physically be here, spiritually they're still here standing with you. Anyway, pile number 1, pretty good cards there for pile number 1. So we're going to give that a yes on pile number 1. Okay. Just looking across at a notepad thing that I wrote something down for each pile. And I can't remember what that means on pile number 1. All right, so pile number 2. Here we go. Let's get these set up. Might as well turn them over. So we'll get our yes and no out of these cards first. Okay, these don't read upside down. Ooh. I'm going to wait and see first before I give you a yes or a no. I'm going to wait and see what we get here. We need to replace that one. Ooh, this is a really borderline yes and no. Depending on the situation you're in and what kind of question you're asking. If you're asking a medical question, a positive yes is here. So if you're asking, am I pregnant? Are my test results going to be good? I'm feeling like there's some investigation going on and balance returning here. There may be something unknown here with the deceit card. It could also be meaning, if we were talking medical and this is the doctor, it could mean make sure you tell them all the truth so they can run all the proper testing and get to the bottom of whatever's going on. Because if there's something hidden, like let's say you're taking a certain medication for muscle building, or you're taking something that you shouldn't be taking, and then you get an illness, you go to the doctor, and then you tell the doctor, oh yes, I'm taking vitamin C and I'm taking this, but you fail to tell them that you've been taking whatever it is. Make sure, if you are involved in anything medical, I'm not a doctor, go and get all the correct testing, but do make sure that you're not hiding anything here. If we're looking at a love relationship kind of thing, I'm feeling like a negative tone here. I'm feeling a long-term commitment person has been exploring the options of the future and what they want to do, and they want to bring harmony and balance and passion into their world. But here there's the deception card, and there is the appreciating what you already have, and then we have signing some sort of contract here, and irresponsibility over here, and secrets and lies. So I feel like there's some sort of deception here, so it's more of a no answer. So if we're asking about work or medical, it's a positive yes. If we're asking about a love life relationship kind of thing, it's like a negative tone to it. Somebody's got to grow up and be responsible for their actions here on pile number 2. We also have something to do with money and growth here, which is going to create harmony in the future for you. So this would be going to the boss, getting a rise, and then you're building, seeding the future here. And then this is so that you have happiness and harmony coming. Down here, be careful of what you're wishing for with the deceit card. And also this can be somebody showing their appreciation of you being part of the picture, being at work, whatever it is. Down here we have a related couple. This could be mother and child. It can also be brother and sister. It can even be husband and wife. There is some sort of discussion going on about irresponsibility with financial situation in pile number 2. Even though I said if this was a question about work, will I get that promotion? Should I leave this job? I do feel it's a positive yes. This here is somebody has done the wrong thing with money. This is like you made a plan and someone's been deceiving you, and it's something to do with money or your job, your house, and this is where somebody's done the wrong thing, and this is somebody that needs to grow up. So that's what we got there in pile number 2. Okay, so pile number 3. Here we go. In case you're wondering, the nails are not grey. It depends on the light. They look grey, they look blue, and they even look like a fluorescent purple, depending when the light hits them. But I'm noticing that on the camera they look grey. Anyway, let's get on with pile number 3. That's correct, isn't it? Yeah, pile number 3. I shouldn't have put them in a pile like that, because then it confuses me as to which is next. Alright, so here we go, pile number 3, yes or no. What I'm going to do is put them all out and put the poker decks out before I give you an answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got no, no, maybe, no, maybe, no, yes, yes, no, yes. This is a no. We're going to do a no here because this is sharp energy. This would turn into a black no. This can be gossip and lies, and I feel like somebody jumped the gun here. Somebody jumped to conclusions. There was some sort of gossip, some sort of, what do they call it, a Chinese whisper. Somebody started with a story and it got blown out of proportion. Now, I feel like the reading here, so it is a no for pile number 3. We're going to go a no here. I feel like you may actually be dealing with a loss here. There may be the loss of a job, the loss of a relationship, the loss of an actual person. It has created a massive burden. Don't know what to do, getting overloaded with things. You feel like you can't speak up and you feel like you're all tied up. The all tied up card has come out. So that's sort of like you're just constricted. What do I say? If I say this, this is going to happen. If I do this, that's going to happen. So there's a lot of stress going on in pile number 3. This over here is you really need to trust in your intuition. You need to trust in what you feel, not what somebody might be telling you. If you feel that something is a yes or something is a no or something is right or something is wrong, you're probably right on target when I see the High Priestess there. Now, for some of you, you might be dealing with spiritual matters at this time. You might be consulting a private reading with a psychic, trying to get some sort of clarity on a situation. You may be trying to connect with the other side as well at this time. Just be careful that there are some charlatans out there and they might say, oh, I heard a story once about people that was saying they'd give you this mini cheap reading and then they would tell you that you had a curse on you. And they'd say it's going to cost you about, 4 sessions at $1,000 a pop, and people were literally paying thousands to these people who told them that there was some sort of curse on them. So just be careful if you are seeking out the advice of somebody along those kind of lines, that you're going through the right channels and hooking up with the people that are known to other people to be good at what they do or whatever. And that could be in any kind of field, not just a psychic field. It could be a medical field. It could be a job field. Just be careful that you're getting the right information. That's what I'm feeling here. Now, I do see an invitation to do something new, but there's confusion about how you're going to get there, who's going to be there, do you really want to be there with these people or not? But then it all works out. There's some sort of payout at the end of this reading here in pile number 3. So I do feel also that this could be someone that passed away. This could be all the paperwork. This could be you trusting in what you feel about the whole matter. Being all tied up could be funds being all tied up where you can't get access to them at the moment, and there's lots of things you want to do. You want to take action. You want to do it now, but it's all tied up. Then down here you get an invitation to sit down and speak with a lawyer or a financial advisor or something like that, and then you make plans for the future. This is all mapping out the future, and then this is the final payout. So in that sense, it looks like eventually things are going to go better than expected financially. Now there's another way of looking at this. This could be fear around death. It could be something to do with an illness, a problem, something hereditary. Mum had it, grandma had it, whatever. This is trusting in what you know and what you feel and then taking action. Don't sit around and wait. Don't feel like you're restricted with what you can do or who you can see. This is telling you to take action in some sort of problem you may have, medical problem. It could be something to do with the medication or something you're eating, something as simple as you might be eating too much broccoli, or you might be eating too much salt or whatever. So I feel like this can be an excess, and then this would be sorting something out. There's also something to do with a new doctor with some sort of procedure here, because this can be a operation. Now, going down a totally different line there, whilst we're talking about a doctor, I do see somebody in pile number 3 is giving birth to a baby boy. This would be cesarean birth or some procedure that happens during the birth. I seen this around a family member, and they required some sort of emergency surgery once the baby came out. They had to have something done. So it could be something like that, because that's normally surgery there involved with a pregnancy. With the action card and being all tied up, This could mean that you think that you've got another month to go or something like that, and then boom, it's action stations, it's all happening, and the baby's coming, and it's coming now. This would be like trusting your gut, trusting your instincts. If something feels off and you're pregnant, get to the hospital, get to the doctor, whatever. Don't wait, don't waste time. So anyway, that's pile number 3. So we're going to take a no on pile number 3 because there are, all of them are kind of negative. This is kind of a maybe, and these are a yes. So it is a yes and no when you look at it that way. There's 5 no's, 4 yes, and 1 maybe. So this could make it 6, or it could make it 5 down here. So there is more strength in no, but just looking at the energies of the story here, this would be something sharp and unexpected. This 9 here, it's got something to do with drugs, alcohol, or gambling, something not too nice here. This can be gossip and everything, and it causes a sharp chain reaction kind of thing. So anyway, that's pile number 3. Okay, pile number 4. Let's have a look. Yes or no? We're going to get all the cards out before we make a decision. You're probably thinking, oh, the Tower, straight away, the Tower, oh my God. Because I'm thinking that as well. Tower, apparently, according to some readers, Tower is not always a negative thing. It's not always where everything's going to implode, explode, whatever. It can literally be a positive like turn of events where something that went wrong turns into something really, really good because of the Tower moment. It can also be where you've been struggling with something and you finally make a firm decision, but it's like bang and it's happening. You've got to do it now. But let's have a look, yes or no, for pile number 4. Okay, so we're going to take this as a yes, 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 no. So that's yes. Yes, no, yes, no, yes. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards that are yes. So we're going to take a yes for pile number 4. Now, looking at the story out here in front of me, as I said, the Tower, I feel like there has been a moment. It's possibly in the way in the past where something happened, but it's still here in the now. So something may have happened in your life 2 years ago, 1 year ago, and it's created a journey. And now, because of that event, something else is happening. Something you've been waiting for, it's finally here. Now, it may be something to do with a commitment. It may be that you've been waiting to get married. You may be waiting to have happiness in your life. You might be waiting for that new job. There is a contract here, and it creates happy families. So on the one hand, you've got cards here that could represent business, new job, getting money and bonuses. It's something that came through from a disaster of some kind. It could have been something that ruined your world a year or 2 ago, and ever since you've been manifesting, waiting for this thing to happen, and it's finally here. So this is a really positive event. This can be a soul contract, or it can be a real contract. So if this was a job, some disaster happened where you just didn't have your job anymore, you've been trying to make things happen, finally it's here, you're signing the contracts, and it creates a balance and a happy family. So it's a really nice story here, no matter which way you're looking at it, even though we've got a Tower at the beginning. I feel this Tower was a while ago. It might have been months ago, it might have been years ago, but I do feel that something horrible that you've been through is finally turning around, and you've been manifesting your heart out, waiting for this to happen. Now down here, we have a little bit of a different story here. We have somebody that's everybody's friend, hardworking. She can be a flirt. When we've got a negative card sitting next to her, it could be flirting with somebody else's partner, which would not be a good thing to do. The other thing I'm seeing here with her can be pain and injury, but then something that helps. So let's say this was you. You've had some sort of incident, accident, you've been trying to get something to happen, you maybe got a payout, this is balance being restored. Down here, this would be the pain that you've been going through with the 4 and the 6. The 6 would tell me that sometimes any kind of mental pain or any kind of physical pain can be inflicted on yourself. What I mean by that is you go to the doctor tells you that you can't eat a particular thing. You go home and think, I'll start tomorrow, and then you say the next day, I'll start the next day, and I'll start the next day, and you keep doing what you've been told and you shouldn't do. So you're doing it to yourself when I see a black 6. And it can be somebody else that's doing this. It could be you're looking after your mother, your grandmother, and she knows she's not supposed to do this and that, and then you turn up at her house and find that she's doing what she knows she's not allowed to do. The other way of looking at it is this can be disagreements at work, and this can be one day where you're feeling very frustrated with somebody, the next day where you're feeling very happy, the next day where you're feeling frustrated, the next day you're happy. So I feel like with work and things that you were promised, some days it goes smoothly and it feels fantastic. Some days it feels very frustrating and lots of anger. There's also truth and lies cards sitting here. So somebody's lying or hiding the truth about money. You might know that they've got $80, let's say, and they're telling you they've got 60. Or you might know that this particular thing that your husband or somebody bought, that it was $8,000, but they told you it was $6,000. So there's some sort of deception going on about money. It could be pay, it could be purchases, it could be inheritance as well with this disaster thing here. So if you're going through some sort of legal thing, because with the scales and the contract, this could be a legal decision, and you might be entitled to some sort of payout. You might have been promised 800,000 and you ended up with 600,000. So you need to get to the bottom of what's really going on here. So that's pretty much what I can see here. I do see with the happy family card and the double 6s, this can be parenting. Usually when I see one black and one red, it means this woman having the baby and going on her own. Raising the baby on her own. It could be because of some sort of disaster, the husband can't be present, or she might not even know who the father is sometimes. But this is a baby girl as well. There's some sort of discussion over a baby girl. Anyway, that is pile number 4. And we're giving it a yes. Did I say yes? Yeah, I did say yes. Yes, because of these cards were very positive, and these 2 down here plus her was very so we're going to give a yes on pile number 4. Okay, pile number 5. Let's get to it. So this is yes and no. We're going to get all the cards out, and then I'll give you the yes or no answer. Then I'll do a reading on what I'm seeing. So I'm just going to be a little bit quiet while I'm turning the cards and have a sip on my tea. Right. I can see straight away what the answer is. There's no card to deny what the answer is here. Let's just see these ones as well. Wow. Wow. Okay, so pile number 5, the first thing I want to tell you first thing to tell you is this is a big fat yes. This is a beautiful yes. If you were asking something that has a time frame on it, this would be 3 months, 3 weeks, March next year. It could have something to do with March, but yeah, there's a time frame kind of thing showing up here. So yeah, we're giving it a yes. So to start your reading, in the past and that there was some sort of decision being made. You were handed options, and this could be a job, a relationship, whatever it may be. Now, her sitting in the middle here, this could be you, hardworking, flirty energy as well, fun energy. It could be all about making choices for your health. There's something to do here with the Page of Wands, a learning journey, working something out, mapping something out. I feel like the top 3 cards are all about business and work. But there is fun and play going on here within the whole working energy. I also feel this could represent mother and child, brother and sister. It could even represent really close best friends. There's a very young energy about this though. Now, if you are, let's say you're in your 50s and you feel that this describes you, but you're in your 50s, Don't worry about the young energy, it just means you're young at heart. Now, the other thing I'm seeing here, if this is to do with work, school, study, whatever it is, journeys, victory and success is yours. So beautiful card there. And here we have blossoming abundance. So this is a really nice energy. And like I said, 3 has something to do with this reading. 3 months, 3 days, the 3rd of a month, 3 weeks' time, or next year in March. We have another 3 sitting up here on top of this card. So yeah, we got the 3s here showing up 3 times. Now, there is some sort of deception in pile number 5. This can be somebody, truth and lies. It also can be somebody interfering in a relationship. On a good note, this would mean the pregnant mum. This would mean the 9 months of pregnancy, the fertility card. It may mean that this is her second child, or it may mean that the first pregnancy didn't stick, so to speak, and now we got smooth sailing going ahead. It also can represent twins, with the double 3 sitting there. So congratulations to those of you in pile number 5 that have got babies coming into the picture. This could be, as I said, the second child or even the third, because we do have 3 3s. 2 positive 3s, 1 negative 3 here. So yeah, that's the other energy we got here. Now here also is about some journey you want to take. Some of it's about work, some of it's about travel. It could be combined as well. You might be getting a new job, successful in your job. This is all your dreams and passions coming true. Now, I'm not seeing much money there though. The money, it's balancing, but it's not abundance as far as money goes. The blossoming abundance is more about feeling contented within yourself. So anyway, that's what we've got there. This would be an idea that you finally make a firm decision and you move forward. You may be getting information from friends, family, work colleagues, school. At the end of the day, you make a firm decision and you're sticking to it. But like I said, if you wanted a time frame on this question that you're asking, yes and no, I'm seeing 3s here everywhere. And we've even got 9, which is 3 3s and 9. So we've got 1, 2, 3. So it could be something to do with September, or it could be 3 months from now, which would be August, September, October time, maybe end of October. But yeah, so time frame is showing up in this reading. Anyway, that's pile number 5. We're going to stick to a yes on pile number 5. Congratulations for those of you with pregnancy, birth, babies, and even people that are going on a new journey. You might be traveling the world and going to study overseas, or you might be going into a new job, because this can be the boss and the apprentice. These two, as I said, can be related, or they can be workmates. There is somebody left out with this black energy here. This is the 1 negative card you've got in the reading. It can represent third party, but I'm not really picking up on that, even though she can be flirtatious, that card there, and that can be flirting as well. It could be a fitness journey as well. But yeah, that 1 negative card can mean you stepping out of the picture, somebody else stepping out of the picture to remove that third wheel. Because somebody interfering in your journey here, because this is someone making a journey that they want to do, asking some questions, and then they go. Then they do what they've got to do. This can be somebody trying to stop that journey, but I really feel like once you've got yourself motivated and on track, you're just going to do it no matter what. Anyway, lastly, before I end off on this one, you do have messages coming from the other side. I don't know if it's male or female. The female would be any age. She could be a child right through to old lady. The male would possibly be a child no older than probably 20 or something and under. So there is some sort of energy of somebody in spirit here. They're just sending love with this card here. They probably died of something to do with their head or the pelvic area of the body. And it's not sickness. It's not like a disease or something like that. It would be more like an injury, or with the head, that would be sudden, like a stroke, or it would be someone falls over, they hit their head, that sort of thing. But yeah, and this would be the hips or the bowel, the bladder, anything that sort of fits in the pelvic kind of area, not including lungs and heart. This is something separately. This is sort of below the lungs and to the hips. So yeah, there's somebody trying to send you a message of love, and they see your victory, success, and everything like that. So that's beautiful. All right, that's it for pile number 5. Okay, last for the day, we have pile number 6. So I'm going to turn all the cards before I give you an answer. We'll do the yes or no right at the beginning. Then I'll give you a reading on what I'm seeing in front of me about what might be going on for you, what sort of things are coming, going, whatever. So here we go, guys. Let's have a look. Yes or no. Ooh, don't like that one. But let's see. I don't like that upside down either. All right, so we've got yes, 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 yes. So this is a yes in pile number 6. We're going to leave it at a yes. There's no ifs or no buts here. We do have 2 negative cards, 3 negative cards. That would mean no, but the majority rules here. This is a yes. So starting from the top, I feel in the past there's been some sort of victory. It might have been a short-lived victory. It might be something that's paved the way for your future. You could have been successful in a job interview. You could have been successful in a competition. You could have been successful in love and romance as well. I'm not really feeling love and romance in this reading, but we do have a character that is true of heart and solid and standing strong about what he wants in life and standing there being loyal and true there. This can be a father figure, a husband, or even a boss. So I feel there's been a victory of some sorts here. So congratulations on whatever that is. We have justice and balance sitting here in the middle of your reading. So I feel like getting back on track, getting so things flow the way they need to go. Now, justice could represent Libra energy in pile number 6 here. So you might be dealing with somebody, a Libra energy. Now, the 8 of Wands, I feel like there was success in the past. Things were floating along smoothly. You've got some balancing to do coming up. And then the way it's going to be accomplished is by having discussions. This could be a lot of hard work as well. It can be study. So if this was school, maybe you passed certain things. Now you're going into law or something. So there's a lot of study up ahead. Don't be afraid to ask the questions. This is having conversations, okay? The card that I've got here, this particular deck, shows the conversation's all going on and you're looking at something else. So that can be open up your ears and listen. Someone's trying to tell you something. We've got the good old crow sitting on the top of everything, watching down on what you're doing. All right, down here, we have the woman holding the coin. So let's say you were in a partnership, in a marriage. It could mean that the female's the one pulling in the money. The female's making lots of money, things like that. This would be victory and success for her. Over here, we got some sort of hostility approaching her. I need some money. Where is all the money gone? You need to earn more money. I just feel like this could be discussions that turn into arguments here, because this would be the discussions. I think that we should do this, this, and this, and she's holding all the money. She could be the banker. She could be your boss. She could be your partner. This could be you. And then this is your partner or your father, your brother, whoever it is. They're coming in saying, come on, we need to do this now. We need to do that now. So I do feel there's pressure coming from somebody. A little bit of arguments and discussions, but on the whole, I feel like this reading is very positive. This is this one. If we took this away, I just feel like this is some successful journey. It does have a female feel to it, where this person's making the money or winning money or planning what she wants to do. Down here, we have a happy home. We have forced changes that are going to happen. Now, the forced changes could represent financial situation. It could represent a legal situation, a health situation, anything you can think of. We do have a forced change there, but you will slip into the forced change. You will go along with whatever the deal is and balance things out again. You may need help from a family member or a friend here, maybe financial help or maybe just physical help with a situation. Now, I do see that this could represent somebody with a heart issue or a blood issue here, or even something to do with the kidneys and that the bowel area or the bladder area. I do feel this is a male energy. Now, these two, she's like the Queen of Diamonds, and we got the King of Diamonds. So I feel this is a married couple here, mother and father, business partners it could be as well. So there may be either some sort of disappointment and sadness sitting towards the man side of things, or there could be some sort of health issue. This would then turn into doctors and medical. And this is where literally the doctor sits you down and says, you cannot do this anymore. You need to stop smoking, or you need to stop eating chocolate, or whatever it is. So I feel like you or somebody else around you, they can do it. They can do it, they can succeed, but because we've got an upside down heart and a hostility card, it could be met with aggression. So literally you might take your father to see the doctor. The doctor says, look, you just can't smoke anymore, or you can't be eating this thing anymore. And he'll be going, I'm 80 years old and I'm going to do what I want to do. So do be prepared for somebody like, I'm going to do what I want to do. But I do worry that this is a medical issue coming up and balance needs to be restored here. This 8 then would turn into communicating with doctors and finding out what's the best procedure, what's the best way to move forward. There's no hospital or actual operations or anything. If anything, it would be about food or medication and stuff like that. So it's sort of a 50-50 kind of reading. Some of it's extremely positive. If we remove these, this is extremely positive. This is success in business and money. If we turn this up this way, this is really, really good. If we're talking about a relationship, this would be a lot of talking going on. Because we have hostility, some of it's talking, some of it's fighting. Because the upside down heart, it can be disappointments in somebody that you love or respect or expected them to be there. The 7 Swords can be pissed off energy. It can be sadness. It can be up in your own head. But this is like a new friendship. I feel like something has happened. There's been some sort of success, victory here. Been trying to balance everything, get it all working. There's been a lot of conversation going on. Your work could involve conversation. Could be work like what I'm doing, where I'm talking all the time. You're holding the money here, but you're coming up against somebody that's, where's the money? I want the money, whatever. Or you're coming up against roadblocks to move forward. Contented at home, some sort of forced change going on, possibly around your home life or around health. It could be somebody that used to be quite healthy and strong, and there's something needs to be sorted out here. Anyway, we're going to give a yes on pile number 6. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch everybody next week.